Man, we back with another episode of the Blocc Is Hot with my co-host Jugg, where we don't make or break the news. We just give our opinions. So we back, man. What's happening, Jugg? What's good with it, cousin?
What it do, family? What's good with
Man,
it, man?
look,
Back at it like a
fuck the
crack
block
addict,
being
man.
hot.
If they don't give us the content, we ain't got nothing to talk
Ain't it,
about.
man? Straight up. Straight up. Like I was saying, though, fuck the block being hot. America hot right now, man. It got the whole shit, United States on fire right now, man. So we're going to jump straight into it, man, with one of the biggest things circulating around right now because, as people know, they dropped other names, and we ain't going to beat a dead horse with this, man, because I'm going to really tell you how I feel about the Epstein list as we get into it and how I just say that. But,
Say one thing before you
they
start.
brought up Jay-Z. They brought up...
Obama name wasn't in the Epstein file.
What's that? Boy, straight up.
Yeah, hip ass off,
Straight.
but Obama
And look,
ain't in there.
one other thing.
Yeah.
One other thing. It was put out in an email. We don't want black girls. This one, being racist goes right. Let me just say that. I love that they ain't want no black girls on that. That saved a lot of our young sisters from being in these predatory people just area, anywhere they can put their hands on. So I love them being racist for that part. This is the first time I love hearing racism.
Yes, sir.
But like I was saying, though, man, they just threw a couple names out there. We just gonna chop it up right quick about this. They threw Jigga name out there. They threw Jay. They threw Push. They threw Jamie Foxx. They threw Bill Gates. They threw Bill Clinton. So at this point, and we know Trump slathered through the list. We know shit, they was besties. But at this point, when you start hearing the Epstein list and just names just being thrown out there, what do you feel about it and how this process is going? Because I got an angle I want to come at you with this.
I feel like with that part, they muddying the waters. That's what I think about them throwing random names. Let's just muddy the waters and mess up everybody's money.
Yeah.
Since our daddy's name is in it thousands of times, let's muddy the waters, throw random names out there, and try to get some of the attention off of him and get some of the heat off of him. Typical American shit.
Look, and then I wanted to see where you go, and I just want people to know a lot of times we put topics together, we throw them out there and just say what we gonna talk about. But I never be wanting to hear Jugg's point of view, and he never be wanting to hear mine. We don't even exchange. But that's the angle I was gonna come with. It's like now, this is the biggest mockery I have ever seen made of the judicial system. You done been through the judicial system a couple times dealing with cases, and we done talked about RICO charges and stuff like that. What I can't understand is how you take neighborhood D-boys, know with them boys, every outfit in their closet, know everybody they attached to, know who they ate breakfast with. You got pictures on the board where you connecting the dots with everything. You throw a blanket charge out there like RICO, that's a catch-all, and you got plain evidence in black and white with names, and every time something released, everything blotted out. This has been the biggest mockery of the justice system I have ever seen. And it just shows you that it's shit we already know. But once again, when they come with laws, that's the governor poor. It is not the governor rich. When they say people ain't above the law, that's bullshit. Because we seeing right now that you can be above the law with a certain price on your head or in your pocket, that you can beat this shit. Because why are you blotting out names if you got blatant evidence, blatant trails, but you can throw a RICO charge and catch everybody?
And not only are they blocking out suspects' names, but they're exposing the victims' addresses, ages, everything you want to know about.
Everything.
When they like you, you can get away with whatever. When they like you can get away with whatever.
Man, shit crazy. And just right quick before we wrap up politics, because we always try to get that out the way, and I want people to know everybody that we name, these are just like Jugg say, they just muddying up the water, trying to make it bad for business for these guys, and because it ain't nothing stuck. So these are all just allegations, just throwing shit on the wall, see what stick. But before we wrap up politics, I just want to get your passing opinion on this. The post that Trump put out the other night with the Obama's AI simulated as monkeys.
Absolutely unacceptable. Because if it was the other way around, which I've been saying this his first term and second, if Obama did some of the things that this guy is doing, Obama would have been. Ain't no telling what would have happened. This guy, man, it just ain't no limit to the rules he'll break to get what he's trying to get. That is not presidential-like behavior. That man should be impeached and removed for even having that attached to his social media handle. It's unacceptable from the president. They got high standards for presidents when they seem to be on the blue side. Let's just call a spade a spade. They wanted to crucify Hillary Clinton for emails, man. These men have been selling, raping, killing children. And they was more mad at Hillary over the emails. They was more mad at Obama about a birth certificate, a fake narrative that this guy built. You see what I'm saying? Like you said, got two sets of laws, bro. That's just the bottom line of this. That's what they showing us right now. They playing in our face and they making it explicitly known that there are two sets of rules. Stay in your place, nigga.
Stay in your place.
Yeah.
And that's and I don't know if people really done read the Epstein files and seen how dark and stuff this get. But back to the racist part with Trump. What I want to say, man, because like they tried to blame it on the staff, but even if a kid, I'm gonna break it down to a kid level. Even if a kid is getting recruited by a college and they see some of the things that is attached, a kid that could rehabilitate their life. If they see a kid social media post or something like that, they ready to drag them through the cold. They ready to offer taking off the table and all that. This guy, who's the leader of the free world, has even came on TV multiple times and doubled down, say even if it was wrong, then he refuses to apologize. So that shows you he knew when that post was put out, that was gonna be that dog whistle to his certain segment of the world. And I don't want people to think we think all white people racist, but it's still that pocket of white people around the world that's hold on to this. This the last little hope of racism they got with him. So they like, man, we gonna ride him out till he up out of there. And so that's what's going on, man, because there's no way, even if he's a staffer, that if he put that type of shit out there on your page under your hand, what I like about it, you can't say it was fake news and because this is your social media site. If he was that comfortable, he knew, hey, boss man comfortable with it if I put this out. Boss man good with this. So, like you say, man, they really just playing in our face with the whole situation. But we're going to wrap up politics, man. I just wanted to get that out the way and just say, well, just say my 2 piece on that and let you get yours off. We're going to jump right into some sports, man. The second biggest story that's probably going on right now, the Super Bowl. You know, we talked about this betting scandal. We talked about this picture that had the script and all this. You sent it to me like right before the Super Bowl. I forgot what page you sent it from, but you sent me a screenshot and I showed you something. I say, Jugg, they kind of got that boy Sam Darnold inked out a little bit ahead. I said, is that another clue? Man, what you think about the whole Super Bowl and the way this season went down?
Well, I think the Super Bowl, the result of the Super Bowl is what I thought it would be, actually. Did I think it would be that bad in that manner? No. I just think it wasn't a bad day. I still stand on my statements that these people are manipulating the outcome of these sporting events. But I think for the Super Bowl, they let them play. And then we see what happened. When you ain't got the referees intermingling and all this stuff into games, that's what you get. I think it was a lackluster Super Bowl. I mean, it's unfortunate all that defense just don't translate it to entertainment.
Boy, I was going to say that this is probably one of the most boring Super Bowls that I've watched. And I know, like you just say, man, defense not exciting, but I love seeing good defense. But I did because I was on multiple boards too, man. I don't know if people out there miss some squares. I was on multiple boards as far as betting too, not per se on the team, but just numbers. And man, when you sitting up there kicking field goals, nobody's scoring, the score ain't changing. It just make it, boy, it take all the excitement out the game. But shout out to Seahawks. And one more thing, because this was a big story too. This is another thing that had them up. And boy, these pink folks can get mad about some bullshit, can't they?
Well, I've been calling
the halftime show. You're an artist. You dealt with music. You know about performances. You know about the halftime show. How you felt about the halftime show?
Didn't like it. Didn't like it because I'm not a fan of the music. But do I think he belonged up there? He absolutely belonged up there. That's what this country is made up of. You see what I'm saying? When you decide to go take on Puerto Rico as territory and the Virgin Islands and this Greenland, Alaska, you're going to have other ethnicities that's a part of this thing we call America. He was absolutely where he was supposed to be. The messaging in the Super Bowl, absolutely love. You know what I'm saying? That's my thing now, to go see all the hidden messages they have. And I like what he did. You know?
Look, man, leave me something to talk about, cuz you really taking all my talking point. I really be wanting to see where you going with something, but I literally was going to say the same thing. Did the Super Bowl performance move me to say, oh, I'm finna go out and go get listen to some Bad Bunny music now? No. but I appreciate seeing another culture get celebrated. Like even if something not directly for you, man, you just broke it down so eloquently. I can't even add nothing to it. It's cool to see other people or other cultures get celebrated, man. It's just like seeing somebody on a team or something might win MVP, might win Offensive Player of the Year. You might not get it, but you happy for that person. I was happy to see that community get represented because we had never seen it to that magnitude. And make no mistake about it, Bad Bunny has a fan base, man. The shit is huge, and I learned that leading up into the Super Bowl.
He's done what no other artist has done. Sold out 75 shows in one arena. Unheard of.
75.
75. And people, listen, you can't just take a car and go see this show. You gotta fly. Oh, come on, folks. That says a lot. So he definitely belongs on that stage. Yeah. And I don't got no problem with him on speaking Spanish on that. Did I like it? No. Still don't have a problem with it because 170-something million people agreed with me.
Exactly. And see, man, I like how the way you presented it because some people get on there if you didn't like it, something like that, you're not cultured enough, you need to travel, I saw all these beautiful think pieces, and I love my big thinkers, man. They tried to break it down and make it like, man, you cannot like something or just not feel something and be okay with it. It's music in our genre that I might not like or I might not agree with, but I see the youngsters. You know what I'm saying?
We've been going through it for years. How many times did we have a U2 on stage or Mark Anthony? This is not the first halftime show or Kiss for that matter. I ain't gonna leave the pink people out. You know how many shows I've seen that I did not like, but that didn't deter me from watching the game or enjoying even a halftime show. We've been going through that for years, bro. We only had about maybe 10 entertainers from our culture, R&B and or rap. Maybe 10. Michael Jackson was one of the first. Prince, Beyonce, Rihanna, Kendrick. You can literally name them, brother.
You can name them.
Outside of being special guests, it's only been about 10 of us. So we've been watching Super Bowls. People we're not fans of for years. Did we cry? Did we kick and scream? No. Only the pink people there.
There you go, man. We don't get up in arms when there's somebody else getting celebrated or another culture, some Kid Rock shit. Not Kid Rock, because he was doing an alternative show. But like you say, just bands that we didn't grow up on. We sit there and we look at it like, we the type of people, we so open-minded and we so loving and open and hey, we like, okay, let's see what they own. You know what I'm saying? That's how I took approach to this. Like, I don't listen to it, but hey, let me see what they own. You know what I'm saying? I just want to see the vibe they got, see how they performing. And I watched it. I didn't, like I said, it didn't convert me into a fan. It didn't make me say, oh, let me go download this music now, but I watched it.
And let's be honest, man. Everybody go and get their drinks and fix them a plate. If you don't like the artist, nobody's sitting in front of that TV watching. Nobody's just there.
Exactly.
Acting like when you were handcuffed to your chair, you got to watch it. Get up and go do something else. Yeah. And I'm glad that Truth, whatever that thing is, flopped. Only 5 million people watched. 5 million people, not nothing to be frowned at. But when you're boycotting the Super Bowl, that's a flop. Your own people didn't go watch that.
That's a flop.
Your own people didn't even show up.
That's a flop.
Yeah. They lost money doing that.
That just show you too, though. That just show you too is 5 million verified racists. Because what are you going to another channel for? You're that mad? Like, they pick the weirdest shit to plant their flag on. I'd be like, you're that mad? You gonna turn your channel to go watch like that? They pick the weirdest shit to be mad about. All this shit going on with real news and stuff. This is what you plant your flag on. I don't want to see Bad Bunny.
Not about innocent people being unalived at protests and dealing with this ICE situation. That blown away about a halftime show. I saw a restaurant owner turn the TV and one of his patrons read him his rights. We're not opposed to you putting on a halftime show, but at least give your customers the opportunity to watch it. You don't invite us here to watch this or advertise Super Bowl and you making us watch Kid Rock. No, that's not.
Yeah.
So I expect that business to plummet.
But yeah,
soon.
Speaking of having people hot, because like I say, we was pretty much on the same page with that. And like I say, folks, these are all authentic views. We just throw the topics out there and we see where we're going to go with it. But speaking of people being hot, let's move on, man. Them boys from G Unit, the henchmen, had Jugg hot, wind up leaving the plane and everything. But seeing these cats at their age still keep up this type of beef like that. What did you see when that video broke? Because I'm like, everybody, like, when I seen some comments, I seen a lot of people kind of just saying what I said. Like, man, y'all 50, man, and y'all got this type of shit going on. Damn near finna get your flying rights removed. This how you make money. So what was your thoughts when you seen that video?
I saw a man that has tolerated a lot of disrespect, not tolerating it no more. I think Tony Yayo and Uncle Murder were childish for antagonizing him on the plane. You know what I'm saying? He paid his money just like y'all did. I think it was cowardly. But when he was ready to get active, y'all want to start the mess. When he's ready to get active and go take it there, because I won't see y'all. Y'all do a good job of staying out of my way. The one opportunity we got to actually, y'all can actually make me look bad. You ain't do it. I don't think it was a good look, period. But I understand where Ja Rule's coming from. I understand his frustration.
And I'm kind of right there with it. I saw Ja's response, and to me, I didn't see nothing wrong with what he did. Because after, like you say, after they antagonized him, he got up with shit. Let's scratch then. If y'all that mad, let's scratch. But let me ask you this. I don't know much about Uncle Murder. I'm starting to hear him a lot now. He's starting to be in the news now because, he attached to G Unit. I think they said previously he was with Jay-Z. I seen some traffic on that. Where does Uncle Murder even fall in this beef?
That's a point I made in a separate post. Uncle Murder is simply dick ride. He has nothing to do with that beef. And he was the one whooped out his camera.
Okay.
Yeah. And all them dudes, let me tell you about G-Unit. They professional victims. Every one of those dudes that Ja Rule named in that post had something done to them, and there was no get back. I don't respect the man that get violated. I'll never get no big get back. Uncle Murder got clapped upside his head when he was beefing with Papoose. Ain't nothing happened to Papoose. Tony Yayo, mama house got shot up, and his best friend was unalived for touching Jimmy Henchman's son. Wasn't no get back. 50 Cent, we know what happened to him. There's no get back. It's just always conversation. They professional victims. They professional victims.
Yeah.
That's great at painting the narrative. 50 like the Black Trump to me. He good at putting narratives out there.
I've been saying that, Jugg.
He can make you feel where he coming from, but a real one see through it, bro. You do entirely too much talking to be violated the way you have been. Don't bother nobody.
Yeah.
He go do his shows, make his money. He stand on his own 2 feet. You got these two flunkies about to go to federal jail because they want to play on the plane when 50 and Ja Rule on the plane themselves before and nothing happened. It's sad when the flunky willing to go more than the actual person they got to beef. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's crazy, man, because I've been seeing Tony Yayo, he been getting a lot of traffic now, and people starting to call him like the biggest groupie or the biggest hype man, in the world right now, because there's a lot of living off 50 name and just being 50 homeboy that he done ate off good for a minute now.
Yeah, but you was a coward. We saw 50 dump you on your head in the neighborhood and embarrass you in front of everybody. Like, at what point will you be a man? At what point will you act your age? At what point will you be a logical thinking 50-year-old man? Like, it's cool, bro. You're 50.
Facts.
Like I said, 50 was on the plane with Ja Rule.
Facts.
Did that happen? No. But when you put the clowns on the plane with him, it's a circus.
Now, look, I don't know if you want to call this beef. I don't even want to label it that because that's family business. But again, you know what I always say? They put us in a group chat. Glorilla and Lil Bruh, man, they going at it, and I don't know how it got to this point. I think she feel played some type of way, like she ain't getting taken care of or getting kickback off Big Sis. I guess Glow the Big Sis. Off Big Sis name, and she Glow doing her thing, and she feel like she should be included a little more. I saw Glorilla make a response video today, like, "Hey, I wasn't rocking with you over the last 7 years. What make you feel like you should be a part of whatever I'm doing? Family business." I heard Pops kind of say Pops chimed in on a live or something. Glorilla made the response on and was saying, "Hey, we need to keep that out the streets." But like I say, they done put us in the group chat. When you see family going at it like that, and they done took it out to the internet, running shows, like, how you feel about that?
I feel like you ain't rocking with me beforehand. I'm gonna make my money off you. I'm not opposed to Bro-Rilla, because you call it Glorilla and Bro-Rilla. That's her nickname, Bro-Rilla. But I'm not opposed to Bro-Rilla. Yeah. I'm gonna tell her story getting paid how she gotta get paid. You don't rock with me. I'm gonna tell you secrets. That's life. That's life. You know what I'm saying?
Life.
You gotta watch who you make an enemy out of sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I can't get it from you. You don't rock with me. I'm gonna get it to elsewhere. She definitely generated. She doing them $2,000 podcasts. She gonna make about 40, 50 bands off the attention she's getting from it. So, and she feel how she feel, man. We doing it right now. We telling how we feel on a broadcast. We just gotta accept that this the new way. This the new way of world. The new way of the world. We gonna get on these phones and say how we feel, because most times the person ain't picking up the phone for you and blase blay and whoop de wop. And in her case, why not get paid for it?
And look, I'm gonna give her a little pass too, because from what Glorilla say, she got a little touch of mental illness, so I don't want to just dump on her. So whatever she going through, she triggered right now. She in the episode. Like you say, capitalize on that, because it's gonna be a short window. from just what I done seen in her little interview, it's only gonna be so much we want to hear from her. So you got maybe a 1-2 month stretch out of this, unless something major happens.
You
but
understand
it's gonna be a
marketing
short
and-
window, so you better jump on as much shit as you can right now.
Yeah, and try to turn it into a permanent situation like Charleston White and different people. No Love, Finesse 2 times, brother. He done made it a career out of exposing just the true colors of my brother. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that situation neither. Not to change subjects, but I don't like when people treat strangers better than they treat blood. Expect blood to do these free tasks, and you pay your homeboy an astronomical amount and show him a lifestyle he's never saw. I'm just not a fan of that. You know what I'm saying? Not to say nobody owe nobody nothing, but it just tells me a lot about your character. When nobody's around you, that's day one, it says a lot about you. People think it's the family. Everybody in that family not bad. Because we've seen little other sisters and brothers, some came out and took up for her, and the others have said she ain't did nothing. It's not a lie. But everybody in the family not bad people.
And Jugg, I know you can speak on this even more so than I can, because you went way deeper in the music industry than me though. But when you at the beginning of your music career, because I still consider Glorilla fairly new. Man, I don't think people really understand though. You're not really eating like, because Glo got 10 siblings, dog. This ain't no, I got 1 or 2 siblings, like I got a sister and 2 brothers. It ain't that. It's like, shit, if I kick one something, if I, like what Juvie says, my favorite line was and stuff like this. If I give you everything, baby, I'm gonna be broke. Like, how can I dish it out to everybody and mom and daddy? That's 10. That's a football team.
Go ask for $2,500. Hey, Glorilla. She ain't act like most begging siblings do. She ain't for $2,500, man. I'd have sunk her that just to get her to shut up. I'd have cashed out $2,500 just to get her to shut up. That also plays into the mental illness thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Because that was a crazy number for what you crashed it out for. I'm like 25. I thought it was a typo when I first read it. I said 25.
Glorilla got merch now. T-shirts selling $2,500 with a picture on there. Somebody around her understands marketing, and I think this is going to turn into $50,000 to $100,000 for her, and it potential to be a career if she know what to do and find her lane. Hey, like I said, I ain't got no to my family. I'm a broadcaster now. Use my name. If it gets to a point to where attaching yourself to me gonna get you some money, do what you gotta do. Because I feel like, in my opinion, my fan base know me, they getting to know me, and I talk for a living. I'm out talking. You feel me? And that's just me, you know. Like I'll be when they say T.I. Gangsta Birdman brother told on his dead homies, and T.I. say he told on his dead cousins. I told all my partners, hey man, if I'm dead and you can save yourself, please do. Please do. Yeah, so it's the same way if I get rich and you can make some money. I can't
go to jail.
If somebody pay you to talk on me, I prefer you not to lie. That's all I ask, just don't lie. Do your thing.
Don't lie. For real.
Do your thing.
Straight up.
You know, I'm a little indifferent. But a lot of people poking fun, man. It's entertaining, it's funny. And man, just listening to her talk is funny within herself, because Memphis already got an accent. She do come off how she come off.
Yeah.
And then she look just like this girl. So it's weird to see. It's like Glorilla arguing with herself for real. These people look so
Facts, they look like twins, man. For real. And like you say, Memphis got that accent like N.O. It's that hard accent. As soon as somebody talk, you already know that's Memphis. They ain't even got to say too much. That's Memphis. So it's crazy to see that shit, just like you say, Glo arguing with her. It's like having that evil twin. That's what this shit look like.
Yeah. She got Joe Budden that gave her some shine. She done went at about 4 or 5 different broadcasters, man. And hey, if anybody around her got some sense, easy 100,000.
Somebody putting it together.
Vlad licking his chops.
Somebody putting something together.
Vlad licking his chops right now. He hoping the story don't die down.
Boy.
You know he's gonna drop 94 clips.
Boy, can't wait. Can't wait.
Yeah.
Speaking of can't wait, I think this probably was I don't know, I think everybody with real sense could probably see this shit coming from the beginning when that relationship first started. Now, I don't know all the details. It's fresh. Let me preface it by saying that. But the Cardi B, Stefan Diggs situation. Now, I want to say one thing. Even before this relationship happened with Cardi B, because I know you said it before, Jugg. Don't sell your soul out there thinking going and get back, spreading your legs open, gonna make you the winner in the situation. Because a nigga gonna take you, nigga gonna stab. It don't matter who it is. If you got some clout and you look like something, you gonna get stabbed and he on to the next. And his reputation ain't gonna get smeared. when Stephon Diggs, I don't even know if it was before he played for the Patriots, what was very telling, when he was on one of his football teams, I think he was still with the Bills, a reporter, there was somebody in there with a mic. I don't even think it was a real reporter, somebody with a little mic just making some content. They say, who was the one player on the team you wouldn't want your sister to date? And I'm talking about Tua. Man, niggas wouldn't even hesitate. Oh, Diggs, Stephon. So it's like everybody knew what type of cat he is, but not seeing the way this relationship's starting to evolve and dissolve. What do you think about it? Because you've been saying some of this from the beginning. I know some people came at you about it. So I just want to give you the mic, man.
I think this was inevitable. How you get them is how you lose them. It's just that simple, man. She went that hard.
Jugg,
I'm listening.
I was just about to say, man, we might have to start talking about this shit before we go on. I was going to let you get through, but I was going to say an old Louisiana woman saying is, baby, you lose them the same. I heard that all my life. Baby, you going to lose them the same way you got them. Pick back up, dog. I just had to say that, man.
This was inevitable. Basically, man, she did everything that immoral that a woman can do with this man. I'm talking about from having sex while having sex while you're pregnant, getting pregnant while you're married. I'm talking about you name it, she did it. Like she definitely showed her ass on this one. CARDI is definitely who she say she is. If you listen to the rap songs and wasn't sure when she be talking about the whole shit she'll do, she's showing you now. She's showing you now. And just to go out how she went out. The baby mama, the other baby mama at the game, front row, whoop, whoop, wop. You played yourself. Like DJ Khaled, like that meme DJ Khaled got. You played yourself.
Hey, look, I don't even want to be hypocritical because I was one of the people that challenged you. I don't want to put it like you got outside smoke. It was me and you on here, and I was telling her, and this is true. Offset opened that door, but that point remains that you made to me, though. Like, it don't matter if he opened that door. That ain't how you get your get back. So I want people to know, like, I wasn't cheering on for her to go do whole shit, but I was just saying, I understand you done triggered her. You know what I'm saying? And if you trigger a loose woman, she gonna get you back by doing loose woman shit.
And I tell you all the time, most men push women to cheat. Like, unless you married a natural whore.
Facts.
Or just promiscuous
Facts.
woman, most real women have been pushed to cheat. They don't just wake up to say, today I'm dealing with John at work. They can like him from a distance and really like him, but they gonna maintain their loyalty until they are pushed into traffic. And once they push it, it's what you get. It's what you get.
Man, I want people before we stop, I want people to understand what you just said. Because when we be talking about this shit, we not talking about a real woman. What you just highlighted right there is the really shit that's gonna come out this episode. A real woman, that ain't gonna be her get back unless she, like you say, she push. She could like a nigga every day. Shit, nigga be flirting with her. She might give him a laugh or two. But if she got respect for you, she know. Because a nigga can't handle the same shit we dish out. She know that, man, that'll kill me find that out. So I want people, if you don't take nothing else away, a real woman just move different. They command a different type of respect. So when we talk about what CARDI's done, hey, if that was her move, she went with it. But now, like that old Louisiana women always taught us, you lose them how you get them. And who say they might not be totally off because you know the type of cat you're dealing with. She said at first, I'm just having fun with it. And I messed around and got a baby. Well, now, ain't no more fun. Not right now.
This man has 6 kids in the last 305 days. And I don't know how many he had before.
And 2 of them at the same time.
2 or 3, and another one 30 days behind. Like, he was popping a month before CARDI dropped her. One of his other baby mamas dropped. He went to the hospital to go be a part of it. She been eating shit since she been with this man. You gotta know when to throw in the towel.
For real.
But she sacrificed so much.
Man, you went from sugar to shit.
Yeah. She got.
And ladies, just let me say this, because we stay out. I'll just say it. I just want to say this to the ladies, man. Be careful what you cheer on, because these young girls be looking at y'all cheering on this shit and making it feel like it's cool. No matter how good that little instantaneous feel of that get back is, man, when you're looking at your kids, and especially if you somebody in the public eye, and even if you somebody like in a small town like we from, or your name known around the city, that shit travel, man. And after that little get back, your name mud. So be careful what y'all cheer on, man. I know it feel good to see y'all be up one, or you think you up one, but man, it ain't always a pot of gold at the end of that rainbow. Sometimes that bucket empty.
2 points. Somebody I love dearly, female, was giving me some questionable reactions to the stories. And I simply said, would you tell your daughter to move that way. And the whole conversation changed. And I also want to say, men gonna definitely sleep with Cardi. They're gonna go raw. All of that. But the men she wants
All
are
that.
not gonna take her serious because of the things she's doing to her legacy, a relationship legacy, like not her musical legacy. But you gotta see when the lights and cameras go off, you gotta want to be loved, you want to be all of that. They're gonna be in your DMs, but none of them that you want gonna take you serious. Yeah.
You know what I call that, Jugg?
What's that?
And it ain't no knock on her because she do what she do, and she's made a career off her beauty. But I call shit like that the Kim K effect. If you look at as beautiful as this woman
Well,
is,
now you
what her
read my
dating
mind.
pool is now, it's cat with Jugg. It's cat with mental issues. You went from Kanye to the what's the comedian cat you went, but these are all people with mental issues. As beautiful as this woman is, that's your dating pool now.
And
That's your dating
including
pool.
all the bodies Kim had before that. You got to know this woman was married 3 times before Ye. Had plethora of boyfriends before Ye. Bro, I swear to God, I didn't say it in my earlier video, but that's what I wanted to add. I'm glad we're saying it on here. She is going to end up just like Kim Kardashian. She's going to be 45, 46 years old and single because the men you want don't want you. They only want to play with you.
I was just about to say, they want you, but they don't want that reputation that come with it. Because what I be trying to get women to understand, it don't matter how beautiful you are, how much money you can do your own thing, you don't need a man. When it's time to settle down and you want realness, a man not gonna want all that, not a real man. Like at the point where a lot of men like that Kim was dealing with, even with Cardi, you a trophy piece. You know, you like a status symbol. Hey man, I got Kim K. You hear them all in rap songs. I'm rocking with Cardi B. But after that status symbol ran well, I was like, what you got left?
What you got left?
Yeah.
Yeah. We done been together for years. I've been on every red carpet with you. The effect wearing off. The deals ain't coming like they was. You know what I'm saying?
The effect wearing off.
And let's just be real. Cardi ain't get the treatment that got a lot to do with the race. But she didn't get the treatment that Taylor Swift got just by going to regular season games. She was at the Super Bowl. The camera hit her once or twice, but it was nothing like if that was the year Kelsey brought Taylor there. Nothing like.
Taylor might as well been on the field, play receiver. Every time they look at, she stood up to clap before commercials, coming back from a commercial, leaning down, talking to a fan, high-fiving the mom. I seen more Taylor. I said then, though, and I'm glad Kelsey done right. I say, boy, if Kelsey do wrong and the wheels fall off the track with this, boy, the Swift is going to crucify him. Luckily, he done hung in there and he understand I got a billionaire now. And he done grew his little, his hair. He ain't rocking the tapers no more. But I was like, boy, you better hold on to this one. Because, boy, when that blade swang the other way.
It's going to cut you. Now I got to cut you.
It's going to cut you, cuz. Now I got to cut you. Hey, speaking of getting cut.
Lil Baby and a San Francisco 49ers defensive player, Keon something, got into an argument and gunshots came out of it. What's going on with these millionaires masquerading?
What happened with this?
I don't know. I just know that those two guys were in an argument, and the guy, it was his party, and he ended up shot afterwards.
So this was a party or a real club?
Yeah, he hosted a Super Bowl party in San Francisco because he played there. And he hosted a party, and Lil Baby came and got into it about something. You know, there's always a woman somewhere in the picture. But they got into an argument, no scuffle, just gunshot. I think it's time for these dudes to grow up.
I don't understand it.
And act like men before they end up.
The only thing, the only thing I will say, when I seen which San Francisco player it was, and then I thought about Lil Baby, I'm glad it wasn't. Let me say that first. I'm glad it wasn't major. It looked like he already out of surgery. Lil Baby ain't have no other option if that was gonna get physical. Because boy, he picked the biggest nigga on San Francisco.
I hope no video come out of him road raging. You heard me?
Man.
About that too. I'm like, Lil Baby, you ain't got an athletic bone in your body
to get into it.
Lil Baby ain't
at all. And when I see, all I could think about was that video where I seen Lil Baby at his concert with them little bitty shorts on, trying to go at somebody like that. Yeah. I'm like, that's a Mack truck against a smart car. That ain't no good look. That was that boy only option.
That boy couldn't get physical with those. Those are manhandling. For real.
Just a word of advice if you get out of this. I ain't saying basketball players ain't got no hands, but start with them, man. Leave these football players alone, man. These boys full of testosterone. They lift weights all day. They running the niggas for a living. Get with them cats that's painting their nails in the NBA. To start there. You don't want that smoke, man. You probably did something to probably extend your life to just get up out the club. So I'm going to give you a little pass. You hit him in the foot. I don't know if you did this allegedly. So I don't know if it was you per se or somebody in your crew. But they probably saved y'all life. Because that would have been like Hawk coming to fight a regular person, which you are. And take away the rap and the Jews. And you just a little regular guy that ain't lifting down weight. I saw a gun when that boy made a shooting video a while back. I saw a gun almost tear his shoulder off. So I know you don't want to wrestle with
You
him.
don't want to wrestle with him. And then Lil Baby defense, man, he a good dude. He typically carries himself honorably. So
Yeah,
I'm with
that's
you.
what was
I'm
on.
gonna say it got to be a reason or somebody acted real irrational. Because that's not Lil Baby's character. Yeah.
Speaking of character and out of character, I'm gonna get on this because you know we done kind of covered them boys from Dipset for a minute, and we done covered the J. Cole and the beef. But speaking of something that's out of character, I'm gonna start this one off because when Cam told the story, because right now just to let people know what we talking about, Cam about to go into a lawsuit with J. Cole again. I'm gonna say this about both of them. J. Cole, one of my favorite artists still to this day. I don't care what people say about the beef. Cam, I used to love Dipset and them growing up. I jammed their music. But when the Cam told the story, because I just want people to know I ain't picking sides. When Cam told the story, like you always say, it just didn't sound like a lie. And I know it's factual evidence because I'm a J. Cole fan. I heard him do the intro for J. Cole, narrated all the way through on his album. I've heard him on the other projects. So it's factual evidence that he said. And he was saying that he asked J. Cole to be on the show. J. Cole blew him off 2, 3, 4 times to finally like, fuck it. And I feel him on that. But when you heard this story, because to me, I felt like that was out of character for J. Cole. J. Cole was always presented himself stand-up guy. And to me, he carries himself that way. When you heard that story, did that kind of surprise you?
It did. It did, actually. When I first heard the lawsuit thing, I couldn't understand, like, because at first he didn't explain it. Remember, I don't know if you know, the guy in Sin City asked him, like, man, you saw J. Cole? And he danced around it. Then finally, one episode, he told the story, and I was like,
Yeah.
Cam, right, as bad as I don't really like Cam. You know what I'm saying? I don't got an affinity for Cam. Anybody who ain't none of your day one partners be here with you, once again, just like the Glorilla thing, it's not them. 9 people not going to feel the same if you super righteous. It's just not the way the world works. So I'm not a big fan of Cam. But in this case, he right, bro. Don't play with me. Don't tell me, don't give me your word. The man said you gave me your word 4 times. Now I need to be paid for my voice being on your
4 times, man.
Yeah. All I asked you to do was
4 times. Yeah.
allow you to say what we can and can't talk about. Like, nah, that's not a go. And that's why J. Cole didn't diss him on the song when he was dissing everybody. I think he gave Cam some grace because he knew at the end of the day, I am wrong. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it'll make it to trial. It'll be rectified.
Yeah.
Because Cam keeps saying he don't want to go through this. He don't want to sue J. Cole. I think it's going to be a monetary settlement or they're going to do some content. Because Cam just don't want to do it. Like he said, I just felt played with. And you got to understand the J. Cole. It was a time when you felt like Jay-Z was playing with you at Rock Nation. So just put yourself in his shoes.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you think about J.
And
Cole?
then Cam, I still ain't checked it out yet. Dez done already hit me to it. He done gave me the overview, so I got to go in there and just drill down on what Dez done fed me. But I hadn't listened to the album yet, and that's just because I've been moving. And when I hear new music coming from an artist perspective, I like to hear it. I like to be clear. I like to either be riding by myself. I like to have time where I don't like to do it kind of moving around and shit. So I just hadn't. I'm gonna get to it. But one more thing about Cam, because I feel like outside of Trump and 50, Cam probably one of the pettiest cats on earth. And he say shit to make me want to choke him out. But when he said, boy, J. Cole say, man, my chakras ain't right or something like that shit. J. Cole be on that mental shit. So when he said that, I'm like, man, Cam had you drove with just the way he described shit and the conversation he had. And that's why I just feel like, because the verbiage he was using and stuff he was saying, it ain't Cam. So I know it had to come from Cole. So I feel him in the point where he felt played like, man, look, I done pitched. Yeah. So it just, I hope they get that straight, because like I say, I don't see them boys going to no court. These ain't no court guys. And I really feel like, hey, Cam just want to be compensated in some kind of way. I don't even think, like you say, they might make content, because Cam say I ain't really have no problem with J. Cole just the way he did it, but it's to the point now, people look at Cam crazy if J. Cole come give him a backhand interview, and that probably will be weird with them sitting there together trying to navigate that. I don't know if they can talk about it off camera before they get on and make it, right, but I don't even feel like Cam at the point now, like, man, just them Harlem niggas knowing they arrogance. I don't even feel like Cam want the content no more now. He done moved on. Now he feel played. He feel too crazy.
He wanted. He just say, I couldn't trust the content of me not be what I want. But I think if J. Cole came to him sincerely and apologized and had a conversation,
Yeah.
I don't see J. Cole doing that to himself. One thing about it, he don't do content.
Yeah.
So if he get in front of that camera, he's going to give you what he promised you. And that's why he kept denying to do it. Because I couldn't give you what I promised you
Yeah.
I'd give you. Not an excuse, just understanding people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I can dig that. I can see it going there.
I got a
Now this
question for
last
you
one, this
before
is
we
kind of
go.
one of just
I got a question for you.
what's out.
What kind of, and this for if you don't want to talk about it, don't. But what kind of, is the reason I'm asking this question. What kind of contract were y'all under when when you, Dupe, and Snacks was working together? Was it a standard record contract?
See, you know, it was all family thing. So for us, we was fam records. So it was all more so
Ownership,
honor,
equity.
Honor system. Yeah.
After
And
we
doing that
recouped,
type of shit. We
everything
doing,
split
hey, we
even.
blood. Yeah, it was more on that type of timing. And look, I just told somebody this today. This was crazy that you asked that question. I might have prayed us out the music industry. Because I used to see stuff back then with beef and stuff like that and how camps used to break apart. When I used to pray, because I knew the talent we had, when I used to pray, I used to be like, God, if money gonna separate me from my brothers, my family, I don't even want it. And maybe I think God gave me exactly what I want. Maybe he saw like, hey, mentally right now, y'all might couldn't handle that bag if y'all got it at this
If
age.
you can see what I
y'all
see,
had to just split of how it was done.
Yeah. I was just asking because Cameron got beef with all of Dipset, and some of the guys been doing interviews, and basically he had them guys trapped in standardized contracts, but we running around using this family word. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that. Let's not call ourselves a family, but you got me in a standardized contract. Don't nobody win any but you. So I just was curious to see what kind of situation, because that's what me and Jet had. After I recouped what I put into it, we split everything 50-50 every album. Ain't no big eyes or little U's. I'm not no boss. I'm just an investor. Yeah.
And see, you know from being around us at the time, Snack was more so the money man because he was the one like, hey, what y'all need pressed up? Don't worry about it. I got this. So automatically, we're going to make sure he get his bread point. But I know at some point, when you that young, ego is going to eventually happen with basketball teams. It happen with these big three. At some point, somebody going to feel like, hey, I'm a bigger contributor than what I'm actually getting kicked back. We never made it to the big bag to see how that would have actually went. I would like to think we would have navigated the shit good. But like I say, I prayed that if I thought that it was going to break it up, because I'd rather a relationship with them down the road than like I got buku bread and I can't even fuck with the niggas that I started with. You feel me?
Yeah. And I mean, I look at it just like you never know what your kid's going to do when you pass and you leave one of them in over control of the insurance money. I've seen several families never.
Good one now, boy. Good one now.
The big sister was left the beneficiary. She was supposed to do right by the siblings, but it went in the exact opposite.
Good one
She
now.
kicked everybody out of mama's house. We didn't see our portion of the So it's the same thing with the record company and family being the CEO.
Good.
And when the millions come, it's like, I'm seeing a person. I don't know this person. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Good one. That was a hell of a breakdown. And speaking of family, since you brought that up, I'm gonna segue into this, and it's fresh off my head because me and you ain't even put this one on the list on the itinerary to talk about. But the Tia FEMA situation, because after the Shakur Stevenson fight, and he washed him, he dominated, and now all of a sudden, I always been a Shakur fan, but now all of a sudden people call him the best thing since sliced bread, which I seen, but like you said with the Super Bowl, defense is boring. He was dominating people so much that he made his fights look boring. That's beside the point. After he watched him, an old boy had to come in. I seen Andre Ward speak on it. I seen even Stevenson say, man, he was fucked up about it. After they seen the fight was over, you know how you got hella entourage when you win, everybody around the champ. But that boy, they said he was in there sitting by himself. I just want you to speak on that, on his father, like from your perspective, and I'm going to give you a quick story of why it touched me. Because in his darkest moment, I feel like his dad had left.
His dad had left him? See, I didn't know that. That's messed up. If he didn't ask to be by himself, that was fucked up. That I don't understand it. I don't understand it. You out there kicking up dust with Jay Prince
just to catch you up
and Bud before the fight, but after we do what we do, we take the loss. You disappear on me. Them Mexicans
disappear.
He's Puerto Rican, but man, I'm got to say that he asked for that. Man, ain't no way. That's losing.
The only reason I brought it up,
that's grounds for losing your job as my daddy. That's how I feel.
That's what Andre Ward said. Andre Ward, damn near to say you ain't hid, you damn near said what Andre Ward said. He say as a trainer, you should have been backing him forget the daddy part. You should have been there with him in his corner, after the fight. You should have, because it's something like when you lose, what Andre Ward basically said, we lose as a team. I didn't do enough to help you. I didn't give enough adjustments to you and all that. So to say you ain't see it, you kind of echo some of the same things he said. And Shakur, only reason I'm speaking on it because it was two different cats that said it messed them up. And these boxers saying that they seen him by himself. So that made me feel like if it was something he wanted or something like that, he would have spoke up on it and it might not have had the backlash or the crescendo it's been having. But I just wanted to give you a real quick story on me. My darkest hour. When my daddy, you know who my daddy is, you know how preacher, my darkest hour when I was at Peabody. Shout out to my nigga CB, Chris Bow. Homecoming, my senior year. Me and CB started off that morning. If anybody don't know, around Alexandria, Louisiana, we had Arab stores. You can go in there from 13 to 30 and get anything you want. We started off the morning with a special brew and a blunt. That's how we started off the morning, homecoming day. We had a game that night now. We had a game. This is how we started off. I say noonish lunchtime, we in Southwood Terrace. We getting lit. I'm talking about we lit. So by the time we make it back to Peabody, all we saying in our head, we need to make it to the field house so we can lay down and take a nap for the game. I'm the starting receiver, he the starting DB. So we ain't doing nobody just on the bench and let this shit cool. We got to go take a nap. One of the coaches, Coach Griff, I'll never forget his ass. He went and told Coach Hicks, man, I don't know how you gonna win, have the teams drunk. Now, for full disclosure, they brought me and CB in after everything transpired. It wouldn't even been no more football team at Peabody that year. They brought us in to fold on everybody. Me and CB stood on business. We had to go do 30 days at Redirection Academy by ourselves. To say what I was about to say, my daddy in my darkest hour, he didn't come there ready to kill me. He wanted to know why the coach, if you felt like my son was that drunk, why would you send him home in a car? Why would you kick him out the field house, tell him to go home? And in my darkest hour, knowing who my daddy was to the community, he stood there with me. Like, nah, I don't care what he did. Let's talk about if you felt like he could have killed himself if he drove off. You don't know what could have happened. So it just touched me to see like somebody in that position, or it messed with me to see somebody in that position with your son needing you like that, and you back out from him like, hey, shit, when the lights off, you ain't up. Hey, I ain't there. Because sometimes, man, you just need that one shoulder to lean on to let you know, hey, man, it's going to be all right. You just got to get through the shit. So, man, it just touched me having a daddy that stuck with me in my dark times, that it fucked me up to see that man daddy do him like that. And shout out CB, bro. His nigga stood on business with me.
On this and get to the bottom of it, because, man, I'm flabbergasted. Like, for real. That is not normal from them Hispanic daddies that's in them corners, man. I gotta find out what's going on.
Check it out.
Hype and see what's
Check
going
it out. When you do your research, just let me know what you think. Start with Andre Ward, go to Shakur, and just look up how Pops left him. But it fucked me up, man, because I know what it is, man, to have a dad, and he up with you. He with you when you're up, because Pops always around. I'm getting accolades, made all district, honorable mention. Pops there. But shit, when I got kicked off the team, so if people don't know, like I've had major slip ups, and Pops was right there too, even with the major slip ups. Stood there with me. Hey, 30 days. I got to go read that. Me and Chris went from the village. Had to go to school with them ugly-ass gray sweatshirts on and camouflage and boots.
Preacher kids be the worst, man. Your daddy is the preacher, not you.
Hey, relax.
We know you was wild.
Relax.
Y'all ain't fooling nobody, man.
Look, cuz, I'm going to tell you what it is. Because I had to break a lot of people up from saying that same shit. We ain't the worst. It's just more expected from us. We the same little niggas y'all is.
I'm being facetious.
People the preacher. We
saying
the preacher.
The worst.
I know,
but I used to tell people the worst.
I used to tell people like, man,
like,
PK's
y'all
the
get your hands dirty
we
too.
just like y'all, cuz.
Yeah, y'all get y'all hands dirty too.
You right, though.
That's the...
You right.
You don't want to talk turkey. That's the safe place to stash the pounds. What is you talking about? Nigga, preacher son got 100 pounds in the shed. Because ain't nobody coming over here. But yeah, that's just it. God forgive me, God.
Facts.
Forgive me. I backslid.
Facts. You right, though.
I'm just making a point. Yes, sir.
Facts. Hey, that's true. You know what we do, man? We keep it a buck on here. Yeah. We keep it a buck. But look, before we wrap up, though, Jugg, one of the weirdest stories that's out right now, man, because I just wanted to get your opinion on this. How much you been keeping up with the Nancy Gunther situation, that the lady that went missing?
Keeping up with it. You know?
Is that not just throw on your detective hat for a second? Because I know they've been interviewing the family members. Excuse me, they already went to one of the sisters' house, the basement. So I'm not accusing no family members, but your detective had outside looking in. If you've been really, because I've been watching it too. What you think?
I think the shit deeper than we know. Because Samantha Guthrie was in the Epstein files. She was also one of the first. She was the first to interview some survivors. So, hey man, this shit
What?
deeper than you think, brother. Yeah,
Hold
she
on,
interviewed the
Jugg. You done
survivors.
messed me up.
Yeah, and then she in the file.
No.
So somebody like, man, it's deep, bro. Go down that rabbit hole, man. I don't want to misspeak. That's why I'm stopping.
No, see,
But
I'm
just
looking
know
at
that
face
Samantha Guthrie was in the
I ain't
Epstein
know
file.
that.
She interviewed the survivors. So it's been speculated that someone is saying, oh, you want to play? And we know about you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Yeah.
man, you done opened up. Now I got to really dig. You done opened up a whole new can of worms. Because what I thought, I just wanted to see what you thought. What I thought, I said, I'm not going to say it's a family member, but when I seen how secluded the house was, the driveway, it's like another thing. Like for me, growing up in the A, my mom on them side of the people was from Old Boys Road. You came up to the country back in the day before the highway and I-49 was built. Your ass had a house to go to up there. You wasn't just making no blocks on Old Boys Road.
Yeah, you
We
ain't
knew
just
every
right.
car came up that strip. Every one of them. And we knew which houses what. Had a purpose. You ain't just making no black blocks in the country. We knew who your ass was. So it just, when I saw the seclusion of the house, I'm like, that somebody knew where she stayed. Then the way it was done, I'm like, I ain't saying it's a sibling of one of them, but I'm like, that's an inside job. But now you done messed my head. Forget what I thought. I'm going somewhere.
Yeah,
I got like you. Once
I
you
was just
research
like you, bro.
Teofima
Man,
situation, I'm finna research this situation.
like when I heard it, oh man, it's sad to kidnap her mom. And then when man, listen, that social media gonna put you on some game. When it came out, she was in the Epstein file, and she interviewed some survivors, and this one particular survivor, I think one of the first one to implicate maybe Trump or somebody. Man, it's deep, bro. Like it's deep, bro. Yeah. So
Hey, we gonna end it
something,
right there, man. Cause
my
hey, when you
sources say
said that, man, you done shook
my
me up,
sources
cuz.
say this is
I
more
ain't know that.
retaliation than anything. Yeah. Look into it, man.
Okay.
If I'm wrong, comments,
That's what's
let
up.
me know. But I know what I saw. I comprehend well.
Yeah.
So unless something new come out, that's what's going on. Yeah. I heard the family
Hey.
member, the
Man,
brother,
hey, what you wanna wrap up with, man? What you got going on? You wanna plug anything?
man, WDH Apparel. The Blocc Is Hot, man. Salute to you and J. Paul on y'all interview. They look like this gonna be real interesting. Yeah, man. You do all right on the other side of the camera, man. You do all right, bro. Like,
Man, I
yeah,
appreciate that, folks.
you speak well.
I appreciate that.
I'm actually looking forward to watching it, bro. So, man, yeah, I want to promote that for my boy J. Paul, Jermaine Manuel, and you, man. I salute it, bro. We salute the wins, bro. We celebrate. You winning is me winning. You feel me? So, yeah,
Ain't
man,
it,
that's what
man?
it is. The Blocc Is Hot.
Thanks. And look, from
After the
now
break
on, bro,
with J.
because
Paul.
I was gonna plug, yeah, from now on, no, we gonna have to have a pre-production meeting because you taking too many of my points, and I like just going natural, so we, have some type of
But
just back and
if I
forth. But
steal
I
all
was
your
gonna
talking
let you
points,
do your plug, and I was gonna salute the guy J. Paul from bringing me on, and I was gonna mention how you was on there before too, and you had an interview. So I just wanted to big up his platform. But look, we're gonna have to start having production meetings, man.
We got
We
to
think
do
too
it,
much
and we
alike.
could.
We're gonna have to have production meetings.
We got 5 minutes
Facts.
just for shit like that.
Facts.
Damn,
Yeah.
boy. Hey, man, this was a good
That's
one.
what's
Anyway,
up, though, man.
quick hour. Goddamn it.
For real. Right quick. On the cool. Like nigga used to say back in the gap. On the cool with it. But hey, y'all know how we wrap it up, man. Your DH, Blocc Is Hot, ADG podcast. Y'all already know what it is, man. Blocc Is Hot, but we cooler than a polar bear toenail. You dig? We out.
Yes, sir.